Hey guys, welcome back to Overtakes. This is Misfit.
And I'm Cal.
And we're going to hit you guys with some World Cup reactions from the last two stages that happened. We didn't really get into it too much. And then we're going to talk a little about the Esports Arena and the system that they run and how it could affect Overwatch League and just in general with the league. Maybe not exactly them, but I did pay a visit to it when I was out in Vegas last week.
Esports in general, how it can influence it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show you some videos of my trip there, and we're gonna do a little discussion on that. So if you guys are interested in any of that, definitely hit a like, hit a subscribe. We talk about Overwatch League 2 to 3 times a week in the off season, and we hit it pretty hard during the regular season, usually between 4 and 5 times. I'm sure we'll have a format change coming up whenever they announce the schedule, but we're still going to hit you with a lot of info with that, especially when the games start, and also closer to BlizzCon when we start getting the avalanche of information.
Yeah.
And if you're new, thanks a lot for joining us, and so let's dive into it. Let's talk about the World Cup a little bit. So the Americas stage.
So one thing I want to start off with the World Cup that's been kind of frustrating to me is just, I get that they're in certain areas, but, I just feel like it has not been... it's not been promoted enough because and then the start times have been so completely random, it feels like. Yeah. And then they're just here's all these games, just back to back to back to back to back. And it's really hard to actually get to sit down and watch these games. Yeah, you got to kind of pick and choose and then play bits here and there. And right. It's been really, really difficult to follow, I felt like. And it's just not, I feel like it's just not really gotten the coverage that it needs. Yeah. So that's been my biggest issue with the World Cup.
I also feel it's not as impactful as it's been in years past because we didn't have the Overwatch League.
Yeah, that's very true.
The gameplay's been great.
Yeah, there's been some phenomenal games, but yeah, it's just and I think there's some guys that have been playing from other countries and just countries in general that I think that have earned themselves some spots on some Overwatch League teams for sure.
Yeah, and there's definitely some guys that people are gonna have their eyes on that are really young.
Yeah.
That eventually will be in the Overwatch League, and I would be shocked if they wouldn't be.
Right.
But so the America stage, I didn't really get a chance to watch a lot of it, but the US-Canada match everybody knew what was going to happen there.
Yeah.
Brazil came out and showed that they were pretty decent.
Yeah.
Which I kind of was hoping that someone else would come around and do a little something. I mean, they didn't get to the final stage and all that.
But they put up a fight. They had some really good games. I think they kind of surprised Canada, especially when they played them in that first game. I think Canada really underestimated them to start. I mean, obviously they pulled through and really just kind of kicked their teeth in towards the end. But those first couple of maps, they took it to them. Brazil was really putting up a fight, and Canada had struggled to adapt at first.
Yeah. And let's talk, speaking of Canada, and we talked a little bit about this, Surefour is becoming one of the best, if not the best, DPS players in the world right now.
Yeah. This dude is unreal. And I've been watching some of his stream as well, and just what he's done in the World Cup, this dude is unreal. What he did in the All-Star game against some of the best Widowmakers in the world as well. The fact that he won, this dude,
I'd say
he really is solidifying himself as one of the top 3 DPS in the world.
I would put him up there for MVPs for next season.
Oh, yeah.
He's that good.
Yeah.
He started coming around. He was always good, but it seemed like stage 3, and then stage 4, and then the playoffs. His brief little stint there in the playoffs because they crapped out, but he kind of hard carried them.
Yeah.
With Fissure, between him and Fissure, it was unbelievable. I'm just impressed. US did kind of what we thought they were going to do.
Yeah. The US did really well. I think one of the biggest things is, Sinatra is solidifying himself as one of the most flexible players in the world.
Yeah.
That dude there's not a single character in this game, it feels like, that he's not incredible at.
Yeah, and everyone thought he was a Tracer one trick, including me.
Right. We all just kind of assumed because that's just what we knew of him, but this dude can play literally anybody and be incredible. It's pretty impressive to watch.
Yeah, it is, and looking to the future for at least the BlizzCon portion of the World Cup. Mm-hmm. That's going to be really interesting because all of the teams that I think that have qualified, mm-hmm. some of them have been surprising, and some. Yeah. I think it's going to be. I think there's going to be some upsets. I really do. And yeah. I would. And one of the things, I think South Korea might lose somewhere in there. They could lose to Canada. They could lose to the United States. They could lose to Finland. Yeah, they could lose to Finland. They could lose to even you throw in a China. They looked really good.
Yeah, China looked really good, actually.
And in that stage, I mean, there really wasn't much to talk about that one. I mean, Australia and China came out of that since we're on it.
Yeah.
But one of the things was, and it had nothing to do with the Chinese team was impressive though.
Yeah.
If one of the, like if they got all those guys and put them on a team, I think they would be decent.
Yeah. I think Shanghai, you should probably look into that. If you want to still do your whole Chinese roster, that's probably the guys you should have picked up.
Yeah. Not the guys you did.
Yeah.
But even though there's a couple guys on there like Sky, but that they tried. But one of the most impressive performances was Patty Pan from
Thailand.
From Thailand, DPS player, 15 years old.
Unreal.
And fucking lighting it up too, man. Unbelievable. I mean, some of the shots. I mean, the Widowmaker shots were one thing, but he was just going on tears with like Tracer, just like 5-killing, and it just. Running, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely unreal. That kid's he's going to be something special once he comes of age. He'll be one to keep an eye on in contenders. Because he will absolutely be getting. He'll probably end up being one of the highest paid contenders players in the league because somebody's going to throw him an absurd amount of money for contenders.
Yeah, whether he plays on in North America or Korea or wherever, Europe, someone's going to give him a job.
Right.
That kid is definitely going to get signed somewhere. We'll hit on this really quick. So the Paris stage is coming up at the end of the week. Mm-hmm. Who are you looking at in that? I mean, France obviously is going to be France and UK, maybe? I don't know.
I think France is definitely going to be one of the teams that comes out. Everything else is kind of a little bit of a toss-up.
Yeah.
Because France is really the only one that has... Because, I mean, even when we were talking about this before, this and the China stage were kind of the ones that were going to be...
Up in the air
of who's going to come out. I mean, we had a feeling that Australia was going to be pretty good coming out of there, but I don't think anybody was, especially after what we saw from Shanghai, I don't think anybody had any expectations for China.
Yeah.
The fact that they looked as good as they did has definitely turned some heads, but this one might even be more of a toss-up. Just because there's a few teams that have Overwatch League players on them, because you got like Spain.
Yeah, Spain.
You got Spain, you got France, you got UK. There's at least Germany, one Overwatch League player on. In Germany, all of these teams have at least one Overwatch League player on them. So it's gonna be interesting. I really think Netherlands too. Like that's another pretty damn good team. Like it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah.
But I don't even know. Like it's gonna.
I mean, you got Boombox on UK.
Yeah.
There's some other guys. Mickey A is pretty good. I've seen some of the stuff. I mean, you got.
Doesn't really have any guys I've heard of.
Yeah, that are not. They're probably all Poland. I mean, actually, you know what? Spain was in the other stage.
Oh yeah, Spain already played.
Yeah, they were in the last stage. They lost to. I mean, France. You got three big names. Four. You
got Soon, Unco, AKM, Poco. That's right there. That's going to be a pretty solid team. Just you put Poco and Soon on the same team. That's
and then
it's going to be
AKM is really good too. Especially, I mean, some of the other teams. Maybe we'll see something out of them. So maybe some players. Because to be honest, guys, I have no idea about Poland's competitive Overwatch scene.
Right.
None, and I'm never going to profess to, and I'm never going to say that I'm going to pay attention to it.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing with a lot of these other ones is like there's a lot of teams that only have like one or two contenders players coming out.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. I think France kind of dominates.
Yeah, at this point. I think it's gonna be them in the UK probably.
Most likely.
Yeah, because at
least UK is like if it's not Overwatch League players, it's all contenders players.
Yes, I mean you got guys from the Hurricane from Toronto Esports.
Yeah.
Then of course you got Boombox from Philly.
But I mean, all that being said, there could be a team that surprises us. So
Yeah.
I really think it's going to be an interesting one to watch and one to keep an eye out on.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing. Sometimes you get into some of these matches and the teams are like, you're like, okay,
right.
let's give it a shot. Yeah, but I mean, it looks like I'd say UK and France. And maybe some other team, like you said, maybe some other team will surprise. But I mean, they have professional players, whether it's contenders or Overwatch League. I mean, you just got to look at that going, I mean, they're used to, they know what they're doing on these kind of things.
Exactly.
And they've played together before, that kind of thing.
Right. And that's the thing with like a lot of the national teams is like a lot of these guys have played with each other before. Like we know obviously Unco and AKM have played together before. They're on the same Overwatch League team, but then you got like Soon has played with those guys as well on France last year. So like,
and then I think they all played together on Rogue.
Yeah.
In the early, before the...
I don't know for sure about Poco, but I'm sure he's somewhere in there as well.
Yeah.
And we've already gushed enough about Poco in the past, so I mean, that dude's incredible.
So it's going to come down to those two, I think.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think, honestly, with the roster that France has, they very well could put up a fight in BlizzCon and be one of those teams that shocks everybody and takes some games that people were not expecting them to. Yeah,
they could give any number of teams, America, Canada, Korea, they could give those guys a run for the money.
For sure.
And especially however they seed it when we get there.
Especially with the way that Unco has been playing lately.
Yeah.
Like, the way he played in the what's it called? In the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And then from what we've been seeing from his stream lately, he might be feeling it.
Yeah.
So he could be coming into this and people are underestimating him and he could really light it up.
Yeah, I think, he was an underrated guy. We talked about it when it was going on in the season. We didn't know why they were getting rid of Custa and picking up Unco. And it worked out really well for Dallas, and it worked out obviously really well for the Valiant.
That was one of the few trades I've ever seen in any professional sport where everybody won.
It's the only one I could think of probably that came close was Clinton Portis and Champ Bailey.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s.
Right.
Everybody made out. I would have rather had Clinton Portis, but that's a Bronco fan thing, and I was never on the Champ Bailey train. Anyway, enough of that. Seriously, I never, no.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we get
to. Let's jump into, so Misfit was in Vegas this past week and went to the Esports Arena that they have there, which is also like an esports cafe, and they seem to have some really, really cool stuff. Yeah. He brought some video that we're going to put on here.
We'll
just showing it around and all that stuff. Like, so it looks awesome, and we just wanted to talk about how the impact or how this could impact once the league goes to their regional cities and doing it that way. How those things could kind of coincide with each other,
and how it can build like an esports community in like areas too, or just a gaming community. Because I mean, we're all gamers essentially,
right?
Because I mean, you're watching this, we're talking about this. We all play games, so. I went there. I mean, I wanted to check it out because I heard some things about it. So the basic rundown of it is during the day when there's like during the week, during the day, and on the weekends too, they have a service where they have the one in Vegas is absolutely, the crown jewel of their little franchise that they're starting now. I mean, it is absolutely massive. You'll see in the video coming up here, but you pay like $10 an hour and you get on high-powered equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, you get like a PC. They have like super fast PCs. They have all HyperX peripherals, keyboards, mice, headsets, the whole thing. And you have your own little station. You have a login and all that, and then you load up whatever game you want. They have it on there. They have pretty much every game. It kind of looks like when you're going to look for a stream. Like on the Twitch, on Twitch, it has all the games on there, and you just put in there, and you can use your account for Overwatch or just their house accounts that they have. But I use mine. Some people are paranoid. Whatever. That's a whole other story. They're all over the place, all these PCs, but they also have like little lounge areas where they have set up for like Xbox, PlayStation, and like there are people playing Madden there, like just sitting on the couch, kind of like you're at home, but you're there.
Well, you were saying that they were going to have a Smash tournament there that night, so I'm sure they had a lot of GameCubes.
Yeah,
because that's the only Smash that any of the professionals play.
Yeah,
because they're weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Whatever. It's built.
They might have had They might have had emulators.
Stuff.
They might have had emulators in the PCs because I saw them loading. They were loading up. They had a whole setup of PCs, and all the PCs are on rollers. So what they do is that they roll the PCs out, and then they put the bleachers down.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah. So they like kind of clear out the arena, and like in the arena, you can't go up on the stage.
Right.
Like you'll see in the video, the stage is there. You know, they have streams on there. They asked me if I wanted to stream and be on there. I was like, no, I don't want anyone to see how fucking bad this is going to be. Anyway, but yeah, so they had controllers and they were putting them in the PC, so they might have like an emulator on there just for that purpose. But it's really cool, and I think people, if you go to Vegas, check it out for sure. And like they said, like the Cavs had reps there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Greg, the manager, was a great dude. Showed me around, set me up, and he talks to you about gaming and all that kind of stuff. They have like a bar in there. They have it's like a regular arena, and then they have a snack bar with food and whatnot, and of course gift shop and all that kind of stuff. But I'll throw the video up and then we'll talk about it after. Okay, so here it is, and then.
Hey guys, what's up? So we are in the Esports Arena in Vegas, checking it out, and I have to say it's really cool. I just got set up by Greg, who's the manager, and we're gonna play some Overwatch in here. They have, if you can see, I'll flip the camera around, and we'll check that out. See, first if you want to see some of the stuff in here. Now they got some league going on. We got all these PCs. They have all kinds of stuff going on in here. It is really cool. So we're gonna try and play some Overwatch. We'll talk a little bit. Here's what we're doing. Okay, here's the setup. Awesome setups. If you can't see them, I mean they're just fantastic. I got a little bit of cold too, so I'm gonna sound a little weird today. I had some pho at a local place and try to clear that out. But yeah, Esports Arena, very cool. We're going to play some Overwatch, guys, and definitely going to have some stuff coming up. Obviously, we had some player movement and stuff like that in the league, but I just want to show this to you guys to see where, if you're ever out in Vegas, definitely check this place out. Or in Oakland, they have a smaller one, but it's really cool. Talk to Greg. He's the manager. He's really cool, and we're going to set some stuff up with him, and we're going to play a little Overwatch, which I haven't done in a while. So we'll be back in a little bit, and we'll talk to you then. There's some of the other stuff I was talking about. Yeah, Xbox setup, couches, all kinds of cool stuff. And it costs money to play. It's like $10 an hour, but you can do literally everything in here. I mean, bring your friends down here and just have a blast. I mean, this one's definitely got a lot more going on. Here, we'll go back here. I mean, you can see all of the PCs that they have lined up. And this is just for gameplay. I mean, I'm in the middle of the afternoon. They got the tournament going on tonight, but people walking around. Okay, here, let's go front. Let's go the front way. They got a bar. They got all kinds of stuff here. Check out the upstairs. They got all kinds of stuff going on up there. There's the stage. Get a better view of that. I mean, they got it set up so, you could do Overwatch or League or anything.
Marking the 30th anniversary of the iconic series, this brand new game is gunning for.
They got all kinds of good stuff on the sides.
Jump, slide, and shoot through each of the colorful challenging stages.
That's just the preliminary seating there, and then this area, I'm assuming, comes out, and they have more. So, I mean, this is something that if you're doing like Overwatch League, I mean, they have like a city, and they have a couple of locations, but they will expand, and there will be things like this in other cities. But I mean, this one's huge because it's Vegas, and Vegas is huge. But I mean, even something on a smaller scale, and especially where we're at, like in Cleveland, or even in cities like New York and Chicago, this would work really cool. It's a good way to get gamers together, play and do all kinds of other stuff. So, all right, we're gonna head on out. Also got little rooms too, so where you can have viewing parties or stream parties or things like that. Really cool. It's obviously the exit. Production area. Bathrooms. Let's go upstairs. We'll go upstairs and check this out. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's going to do it. We're going to head out the front. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this. And this is something like me and Kel talk about a lot. We're going to this little gaming area here too. This is kind of cool. They have some retro stuff. More my age kind of thing. And your guys' age too. They got Xbox One, they got Nintendo 64, and Atari, which is awesome. Obviously they got a Sega system because there's Crash Bandicoot and all kinds of other stuff. GameCube. All of the things. And then there's this black ass here in the way that's got all kinds of controllers hanging off of it. So yeah. Alright guys. That's gonna be it.
Okay, so that's pretty much the tour of that. Now, I think you guys can have seen, what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying they're going to be the franchise, but I would like to see them do more of these.
Yeah.
Because they have one in Oakland. I think they said Oakland, and they have a couple in Europe, and they have one in, obviously, the one in Vegas. Now, what this does is that for Overwatch League, if you think about it, you need home games. You need a home arena.
Right.
And something like this, you could build, they could do these in smaller, venue type areas.
Right. Well, if they had something along the lines of, if they had the Cavs reps there, they're redoing the arena here, and it's going to be huge, way bigger than it needs to be for just a a normal basketball arena.
Yeah.
So my thinking is they could probably have a wing or a section of the arena that is that. Yeah.
Essentially.
And I would not be surprised if they end up doing that. Because, I know they haven't, fully set all their full plans of what's 100% going to be in there. And I would not be surprised if this is something that they throw in there.
Oh, yeah.
At all.
And the thing is with that, you can bring gamers in a community together. A lot of us anonymously game. You're playing Overwatch or you're playing, or not anonymously, but you know what I mean.
Right.
You're playing, but you can, literally, you can grab 12 of your, say Overwatch. You grab 11 of your friends, and you can set up your own tournament thing. Or 20 of your friends or whatever. Yeah, you all gotta pay, but you can play on LAN. Mm-hmm. And they have landlines and all that stuff. And then it also brings...
You're on high-powered PCs that you're not going to have any issues with as far as frame rate or any of that stuff. You're going to have the...
Straight-up gaming.
Yeah.
There's no excuses.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's... And just bringing more of a community in-person mentality to it, I think could be really beneficial to the Overwatch League community, just the gaming community in general. Yeah. And just having a place, slightly leaving your comfort zone for another comfort zone, basically. And you're around like-minded people who like the games that you like to play, and they run tournaments. Could really honestly help, it could help things like toxicity, because you're a lot less likely to say some of the shit that you say, or people are less likely to say some of that stuff.
Live and in person?
Live and in person, exactly.
Yeah, you're not going to call me a C-word on a because I didn't heal you with an orb.
Yeah.
Because if you tried that live, the chances of you surviving that would be slim to none. Anyway. But also, they provide you with things to do, too.
Yeah.
Instead of just playing Overwatch on a Saturday night, in Vegas, they run every other week, they have a Thursday Overwatch League tournament. I just happen to not be in there.
Right.
So you can get your guys together on Thursday night and go down there and
check it out.
And check it out. See if you guys can, you're the best in your city or whatever.
Yeah, or even if you're not competing, you can watch it. I think it'd be really fun to check that out. See the best people in the area play the game that you play.
Excuse me. And what this does too is other arenas, say they did do that. You put this add-on wing into an arena. That opens it up in every city's got an arena.
Yeah.
Even, upstate New York, they had, in Binghamton, my family's from Binghamton, New York, there's a fucking 30,000-seater hockey arena in there.
Yeah.
So, or 20, I don't know, 15,000. It's big.
Yeah.
You can put things there, too. So, it's this outlet that I think is fantastic, and I want to see more of it. And with Overwatch, the Overwatch League, home games in these places. So in the off season, there's something going on there.
Right.
You know, maybe you have contenders matches or Path to Pro or whatever, but you got a thing where your fans having a place to engage.
Exactly.
So, you know, like all right, let's say LA. Obviously, one of the teams is going to use the Blizzard Arena, I'm assuming. Unless both. I don't know.
Right.
All right, it's a bad example. Say the Shock. So they have one in Oakland.
Yeah.
So the Shock use that in Oakland. You use that as a venue for the Shock's home games, which provides you with this advantage. Mm-hmm. And then you have events. You sell all the gear. It's like a regular city team then.
Right.
And then it becomes their base.
And then you could probably even get more use out of it than you would a normal arena. Like,
you got people doing games. And
you got people just coming in using it like a gaming cafe. Then you got the other tournaments you can run. There's all kinds of use that you can get out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just something that we wanted to talk about just because I thought it was going to be cool. I thought it was just going to be an arena. I didn't think it had all these layers of stuff in there that would be phenomenal for down the road.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just wanted to talk about that, talk about the World Cup, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We will hit you guys with more news. Obviously, if the shit wall, something sticks, we'll hit you up with
bring you our analysis.
Yeah. We'll analyze the shit on the wall and see what happened this week. Because we're just literally watching people fling stuff right now. It's like fucking Monkey Island at the zoo. There's people throwing shit everywhere. Hey, maybe that's what you call it, Monkey Island. Oh, that was a good game.
It was.
I forgot about that. Speaking of GameCube, was that GameCube or 64?
Oh, that was an old PC game.
Oh, it was.
Old
that was. I'm thinking of Monkey Ball. Monkey Ball.
Oh my god. Super Monkey Ball.
Fucking love that game. Anyway, all right, guys. So now that we talked about Super Monkey Ball, flinging shit on the wall, you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will talk to you later.
Later, guys.